What will happen when the Earth will be completely destroyed in the year 2140? The air here will no longer be suitable for humans to breathe because an alien species has taken over the Earth. Then the remaining humans will go to the moon and start living there, but now they will be away from the Earth for 40 years. After living outside, humans finally found a way to go back in time. That means time travel. So will they be able to go back in time and stop that alien invasion before it happens? Let's know from the beginning. In today's new science fiction story, the story starts from the year 2140, where till now there is a planet named Sentinal on Earth. An alien species has taken over the entire human world. They are influencing the aliens to take over the entire planet, and their plan was also successful, where by the day of November 5th, some of the last remaining soldiers are going to the main station of these aliens, which is in a fort, and saving the survivors. However, they even hear people do not survive, and now very few people were left alive after this incident. 40 years have passed where the people who were left alive 40 years ago left the Earth and fled to Mana, and since then they have been living here by building a human base while the Earth was completely taken over by the same Sentinel aliens. But finally, after 40 years, two scientists at the moon base have created a new device so that they can defeat those aliens. Now both of them are scientists, Dr. Dex and Jay, who will both discuss how for this mission they will have to find any 3 soldiers from among the remaining humans who can reach Earth and defeat the aliens. So that humans can get the Earth back where artificial with the help of intelligence, they select 3 members who were to be a female Robin. Apart from this, Jared and finally Deem. Here among the 3, Jared was very excited for this mission because when the last survivors were running away from the Earth, then his parents were killed by aliens and little Jared was alone. Only 3 of them were able to survive. Here, all 3 of them are called to the lab, and it is explained that how all 3 of them will have to return to Earth in a spaceship, and they will also be given special weapons so that they will be able to defeat the aliens. Now initially all 3 of them were nervous because that alien is very powerful, and in the last 40 years he has done nothing. Had they not been able to do so, what would they do now? But the doctor explains that very few people had escaped from Earth and come here, and among them, both the doctor and Jay were scientists. That is why it took them so long to do the research. 100 now humans, after which all 3 agree to this mission for the sake of the future. They are shown their special suit, which was made of a special material found on the moon, and it works with artificial intelligence, so it will be able to save these 3 from big weapons and alien radiation spread on the Earth. The real secret of making it is something else which the doctors have not yet told the 3. The doctor further explains that since we humans have not landed on Earth for the last 40 years, the 3 of them may face problems for the first time because the gravity on Earth is 6 times more than that on the moon, whereas Robin was born here on the moon. It was born there, and even till today it has not gone to the Earth, so it is buried there. There may also be problems in breathing in the atmosphere, so all 3 will have to remain in constant contact with them, and they will keep giving them instructions from the base on the moon as to what they should do next. Now after explaining everything, according to the plan, finally all 3 will board a special shuttle. When we board a plane and head towards the Earth, it is the same moon colony. The president announces to everyone how today after 40 years he is sending 3 soldiers to fight the aliens once again to get back their home planet Earth, which brings hope in the eyes of all the humans. Kieran wakes up thinking that finally they will be able to go back, but now the recording is about to end. The president angrily says that he does not like all this at all. Here on the moon, they live well, they have all the facilities. But when they go back to Earth, they will have to settle everything there from the beginning, and they will not have to work so hard. He also wanted to accept this mission under the pressure of the people here, otherwise, he was trying to stop this too. On the other hand, all 3 soldiers had set out towards Earth when suddenly their shape starts changing its path, and Robin and Dean come to know that what they had been told till now was actually the real thing. There was no mission, and now Jared, his 3rd partner, already knew about it. He begins to explain to both of them how the president was not approving of any of their missions, and if they had told them their real plan, the president would not have believed it at all. So the doctor and Jay had teamed up with him to keep their real mission a secret. Here, Darren leads the way. Says that undoubtedly he found some weakness of that alien, but with the weapons they have, they will only be able to remove the protection cell of the alien and will not be able to kill him. So all 3, Dr. Jared and Jay, took the secret and first found a way to go back in time, i.e. time travel. If Rasla drives such a ship around the Earth at high speed, then its space-time bands will start forming and they will start going back in time. Here the Doctor already knew that he could not defeat that alien in the present time, so he would time travel and go to the time before the year 2140 when that alien would first appear and came to Earth from the portal built in the fort, and this time since they went earlier in time, if they are alive, then they will enter that fort and kill that alien before the portal opens and will stop all those incidents from happening which later happened to humans. They also have a special radio which with the help of the Doctor and Jay, they will be able to talk to these three from the past and the Doctor from the future. According to him, this is the only way for them to win against that Sentinel alien, while they knew that the President only thinks about himself, and if he came to know that the scientists are changing the events of the Earth by going into the past, then he would be in fear that in the new timeline, even if he became the President, he would never approve the mission. He doesn't do this, so he had to do all this by hiding from the President. This special suit was made for him so that when he travels in time, this suit will not let his body break in space-time. Now initially Robin and Damon were angry that the truth was not told, but now this mission is more important to them than the previous one. It seemed effective, so they decided to join Jared and the two scientists present on the moon in this, where they had to go back in time and go straight to the same fort from which Elaine would make her base and kill her there with their state-of-the-art weapons. So give command to the other ship to take it rapidly towards the Earth, but with time, their ship was not able to bear such high speed and it broke down on the way to landing, after which their communication with both the Doctor and the ship was also lost, so they were able to track them through the tracker installed on the ship. They start tracking where they are going, and now they know that their ship is there's the fixed destination, i.e. they will not land on that fort but will be far away from it. There is also no noise in whether they will be able to land safely due to the breakage of the landing gear. On the other hand, all three in the ship were engaged in water so that the space-time curve around them would be there. And they are slowly going into the past, and now they are in a time tunnel they pass through and start landing on Earth, and as soon as this happens, they are now removed from the tracing device of the moon base because now they have gone not in time but in the past, due to which now everyone starts feeling that they were killed even before landing. And the President once again comes online and announces to everyone how to ship them. Now no tracks were found, that is, all three soldiers had been killed, whereas here the President also got the opportunity to stop any future mission, so he made the excuse that because of the mistake of those two scientists, they three soldiers were killed. Now he is catching them and punishing them by hanging. There must be some mission after his death. Seeing it on TV, even the Doctor was angry and the security had come outside his lab to arrest him, so to save themselves, both of them quickly went to their respective devices and connected to the soldier. And now they took all their stuff and broke the window of the lab of the moon colony. They run away to the other part where most of the criminals lived, while on the other hand, when all three soldiers travel through time and land on Earth, they see that all three of them have landed on different worlds because their ships can withstand the landing. Where Jared was not found, he had landed safely on top of the same fort that is the portal of the same alien, where Damon had landed outside the fort, but now Damon can see that the portal has already opened above the fort, which means that he did time travel but could not reach the time when he was born on Earth. They did not come, so he angrily says that everything has gone waste and they should leave soon. They have to quickly find out what time they are in. They start discussing with each other over the radio what they should do next, and both of them think of gathering first, and while going inside, they start writing letters in their name. While he was making it so that he could follow her and gather, Robin was in a separate fort from both of them. She had landed in a nearby city and she could see around her how that Sentinel alien had affected all the humans here so that they would kill the rest of the humans too, while Jared, on the other hand, went further into the fort. He finds that the Sentinel aliens are in deep sleep and now he detects them and wakes them up so that he can attack them. They will have to be killed together and Jared starts running back from here. Meanwhile he meets another woman and she starts taking him with her, while in the present, Doctor and Jay Baker are at the moon base. He had come to the criminals bar, but here he was unable to make a connection with those three soldiers because for this they needed a big transmitter, so here Jay announces to Sab that how she has sent a mission to save the Earth by hiding from the President and now she needs his help. Here she further says that the ship did not explode and all three of those soldiers are alive, so contact them to do this. They would need signals from the main transmitter outside the base. Now initially no one believes why the president would want this mission to fail, but one of the men also says that he too was part of the president's ministry team. Was a member, but when he left the mission to return to Earth when they pushed further, she was also removed from the team by the president, which means that both of them are telling the truth, while others ask why they did not tell the president the truth about this mission. So Jay says that if the president had known that they would have been killed in time. They will change the reality of Jazz and the fear that there will be a new reality even after he became the president. He does not allow this mission to be completed, from where everyone now believes his words. There were also some engineers there who had made Kiwi transmitters, so they hacked them and asked them to help both of them. But for this they have to go out to the surface and manually reset the transmitter. They have to do this, and those engineers start wearing suits on the transmitter, while the girl below catches Jared and takes him to her friends, where Jared learns that this was a group of human survivors who were fighting the aliens to take back the Earth. And they're trying to get some hostages out here right now. Why have they been captured by the Sentinel aliens? So that they can influence them, although they do not yet know that Jared is from the future, and in the future, the aliens will completely take over the Earth. These soldiers' leader Chris now also asks Jared, why is he wearing this strange suit and his weapons are so big? Why is it strange? And Jared tells them the truth, that how he has come from a human colony on the moon, but he could not time travel to the past at the right time. Now after hearing his words, everyone else starts laughing at him because in this time so there was no base on the moon, whereas seeing Chris, Jared remembers something that he knew her from before, but he did not remember how he knew her. Now since both of them have the same objective, they first start going to rescue the remaining survivors. Then Robbie, who was stuck in the city, picks up a bike and now goes to the same place. She was going to the fort where both her companions were already there since she was on Earth for the first time. When she came, she was not able to even breathe properly, and now she finally reached the fort, but she was not getting the signal there, so she also went inside. Dean was also roaming alone inside, and she till now Jay read or any other person has not been found. The photo also seemed quite different to him, and as Jed had told on the radio that this was not at all like that. Now we will soon know why this is so. On the other hand, Jared moves forward with the rest of the soldiers and they finally reach the portion where many humans have been taken hostage. The Sioux leader Chris quickly orders them out, where the leader's wife and his son were also in one of the boxes, so they start taking them out from there. But by now the alien, who was already angry after sensing Jared, now notices them and starts going down a pod. Now Jared asks what the aliens will do with the humans, and a member tells him that how that alien leaves some special liquid in these boxes, due to which those humans get affected and start killing the rest, so that Sentinel does not have to kill the humans themselves. And from here they quickly start evacuating the remaining humans from there so that they can escape before the aliens arrive. Then in the present timeline at the moon base, the engineers finally go out and manually reset the transmitter so that the doctor now notices all three soldiers in the past, but now when he sees that they have time traveled into this timeline of the three, so his eyes were wide open. Actually, according to their data, they all three soldiers, i.e. Damon, Jared and Robin, all three had time traveled not in one but in three different timelines, where Jared first went to the year 2140, shortly after the alien invasion, while Damon went to the year 2140, 20 years after that, i.e. in 2160, and the third Robin, she did not even time travel, and that time she had fallen in the city even before traveling, that is, she is still in the present, that is, in the year 280, and she has not done any time travel, and that is why despite talking on the radio till now, all three of them have not met each other. Found because they were at the same place but in different times. While in the year 2140, when Jared and those soldiers had just rescued the people held hostage in the mill, when alien-affected people come there and start attacking them, and the soldiers were fighting them and evacuating the survivors from there, including the wife of the final leader Chris and his son, had come out, so they start running back out, but till now the Sentinel alien had reached there, and he along with the rest attacks the remaining soldiers. Dean and Robin, who did not know anything till now, reach a certain place, but here they are unable to see each other and Dean. From here it is understood that they are in different timelines, whereas from his special radio they are, despite being in different times, they were able to contact each other, and all this happened due to the breakage of the main part of their ship when they were landing. Here Damon further says that their mission can no longer be successful because due to being in different timelines, even their special weapons will not be able to defeat the Sentinel aliens, so they can't even go back to the moon because at this time there will be no ship on Earth so that they can go to the moon, and since they are certain to die, Damon says that he is going to fight the alien where he can fight at least. If this happens, he will be able to die. In the year 2140, soldiers were running away with hostages. Where there were Sentinel aliens, he starts killing them, and this was the same event of November 5th that we saw in the beginning of the story, but this time along with the soldiers, Jared, who came from the future after time traveling, was also there, and he tells the leader that he will fight the Sentinel here. He will be distracted and they will run away, and now he starts moving towards Sentinel Jared, and this time the timeline had changed from here, and now it is revealed from here that the leader of these soldiers, Chris, is none other than Jared's father, who is currently taking Jared along with his mother and small baby to save him. Where he was attacked by Sentinels while escaping in the original timeline, in which Chris and the wife was killed and only little Jared was able to survive. But this time, since Jared had come here from the future, he had already distracted the alien's attention and he took that alien with him, so this time Chris, his wife and his son Jared, all three. Only they escape alive, and now Jared was ready to fight the alien alone, in which he will use his state-of-the-art weapons, while his other two companions, Damon in the year 2160 and Robin in the year 20180, were preparing to fight the same alien, and at the last moment, the doctor finally contacts all three and kills them. Tells them that they do not need to lose courage, they may be in different timelines, but whatever they change will suddenly change the reality and change the future. For example, after Jared's departure in 20140, Chris and his wife are alive on the moon base, then in their respective times, they attack that alien. One attack can kill him and they will have to try their best to defeat that alien, and as soon as he says this, the connection is broken again because by now the president's guards had caught the engineers who were hacking the transmitter, but at least the doctor gave the three an idea. And now all three of them fight the same Sentinel together in their own time, but this lean was very powerful, which has a security layer which does not allow him to be hit by bullets. Even after attacking Sun, that lean starts weighing heavily on them, where Jared had understood that without eliminating the security layer, they will not be able to kill him, and this time without caring for his own life, tying a bomb to his body, he himself goes to that alien and blows himself up, in which Jared was killed, but at the same time, the security layer of the same alien and its weapon were destroyed, and now as soon as this happens, the future will change again. It changes to where the other two start to realize that the alien now has his weapon and more, there is no security layer, and Deem also starts killing the alien, but after a short fight the alien kills him too, and in the end only Robin is left, who is fighting the alien in the present, i.e. in the year 280, but in the last, due to changing reality twice, neither that alien had any security layer left, there was some weapon. So now along with Robin, someone wearing a mask comes from behind him and by continuously attacking that alien. Now,